Okay, let's talk about links. As you may already know, HTML is short for Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext is text with links. So this is the original reason why HTML was created. And we can create a simple link by using the A tag like this. As you can see, by default, we have an opening and a closing tag and an href attribute here. So if we want to create a link to Google, let's create first a descriptive link text, which is always good, especially for screen reader users. This kind of text, when read aloud by the screen reader, makes sense instead of using click here or go here. Try to be descriptive. Now, in the href attribute, we place the address, and I'm gonna link us to the front page of Google. And as you can see, I'm using the full address here with the HTTPS, with everything. This is the correct way. Always remember to do this. Now let's give it a try. Perfect. It takes us to Google front page. Now, maybe we want to open this link in a new tab. In that case, let's use target attribute with underscore blank. And let's try it again. There we go. Google front page opens in a new tab. This is an absolute address. This here, it takes us to this specific URL. Now, if we were to connect this page with our contact page, and as you can see here in our Explorer, I've created a contact document. It only has a big H1 heading here, but let's try and create a link from index, from our front page to our contact page. In that case, we should use a relative path instead of an absolute path, like this. So let's select contact.html. That's it. Now let's give it a try. I'll change the text. Go to contact page. There we go. We managed to find our way to our contact page. Now, the reason why I'm using a relative link here is that imagine that suddenly our domain name changes. If we had an absolute path here, all these links would connect to our old domain. So always use a relative path inside the website. We can also use the A tag to link us to an email address or to a file, for example. I have here in my root folder a PDF file. Let's try and create a link for that one. By the way, as you can see, my root folder is getting a bit crowded. So always it would be a great idea to, for example, place the images in a separate folder, PDFs in a separate folder to keep everything organized. But I'm a bit lazy, so we're gonna continue like this. So I'll link us to the PDF file now. There it is. So we're going to open it in a new tab. Let's give it a descriptive text. Read more about dogs in our PDF file. Oh, about like that. Let's give it a try. Yes, it opens it in a new tab. Perfect. We can also create a title attribute here. And title is a description that appears when you hover your mouse above the link. So we could say, here's your definitive resource about dogs. And we can give it a try now. Let's hover. And as you can see, the tooltip appears. Now let's say we wanted to prompt the user to download this file instead of visiting it on the browser. So we could give the download attribute. And here inside the quotation marks, we can give the suggested file name. So our PDF is called More Information About Dogs. Let's just say resource about dogs.pdf. And now when I click it, you can see that it opens this download prompt with the name resource about dogs.pdf. Very handy. One last thing I want to mention is that you can also use an image as a link, of course. So for example, let's just get rid of this. Let's create a new A element and let's place an image tag here. So our source would be, let's say, let's use our cropped image. Remember to place the alt text always if the image is important. Down the street. There we go. Let's go and link this to, let's use an absolute address and let's go to google.com. There we go. Perfect. That's it for links. In the next video, we're going to take a look at time element with the date time attribute.